So day 28 again. Today we are going to do a straw bale garden, or start it. And first off, we're going to need to start by getting some manure out of the barn. So here's the manure in the barn. This is actually really old, so we'll even see if it's going to work good. So there it is in the bucket. You can kind of see over here where I just basically took some scoops, put it in the bucket. So next we'll take it over to where we're going to set the garden up. Here is one of the straw bales. Now you want to make sure you have straw and not hay. Hay is just going to be more likely to grow weeds in it because there's going to be seeds left over. More so, you're going to have that with the straw as well. This side you can see is folded. This is the side that you want to put down on the ground. It's a little hard to tell on the camera, but trust me, in person you will be able to tell the difference. This side is the cut side. Looks like it was given a buzz. So the cut side goes up, and we're going to put water in our manure bucket. And I'm actually going to let this just sit over the course of my 10 days. Some people try to condition their straw for 14 days. I think 10 is going to be enough because I'm going to use plenty of potting soil anyway. So while I let that start to sit and dissolve and break down, I'm going to wet my straw really well. Just make sure that it gets good and wet. That's going to help it kind of break down. What you want is for it to start to kind of decompose a little bit, and then you're going to have plenty of nitrogen from the horse manure and the potting soil. And it's just going to be a really good place to grow really anything that you want. Obviously you wouldn't put corn in a straw bale just because corn needs to be in strong dirt because it gets tall and it needs the root structure, but most any other vegetables. I'm going to plant strawberries first off. Strawberries, we'll see how far they go, and then I might do something else. I'm wanting to do some potatoes, but I have a different plan and idea on how to do my potatoes, so we'll just see what all I end up planting in here. But we're going to start off with strawberries. So I'm going to just make sure that it's good and wet. And what this is going to do is whenever I pour my manure water over it, if it's already good and wet, then it's going to soak in better. So I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Because what I want is for the horse poop to kind of dissolve a little bit and all those good nutrients go into the water. And then I'm going to pour a little bit of the water on my straw, and then also wet it down with the water hose again every day for 10 days. And that should kind of prepare it a little bit so that it can grow some good stuff. And then the straw is also going to be good for strawberries. There, see how that water is getting good and brown? We're going to let it sit for maybe a couple of hours, and then I'm going to come back and pour it on. So I'm back to pour my poop water on, and I noticed that the geese have their little babies over on the hillside, and it's so sweet. It's hard to see because we are far away, but there you can see all the little goslings. There's 6 of them, and they're all over the property. And whenever they come up close to the house, I never seem to have my phone in my pocket. So there they are. Here's my straw bale garden. And there's where the sun comes up, basically. And then, of course, there's where it sets. So this spot that I picked is pretty well sunny all day long. So this would be a good place to grow things. You need to, whenever you're growing fruits and vegetables, you really need to have all day sun. So now this is the yucky part. We are going to just kind of, I'm doing it on the edge of the bucket so that I just get the water, not so much the actual debris and chunks. You can see that it's a little bit, more thick and brown than it was a couple of hours ago, but it will continue to sit here, and basically the manure will eventually just completely dissolve. I'm hoping that by day 10, I'll keep adding water because it's going to evaporate some also. By day 10, I'm hoping to just be able to take the whole bucket and just pour the rest of it on. And then I'll probably wait a day or so and be sure to water it. And then go ahead and plant my strawberries. I don't know, I might even speed this up and just do manure for a week and then have my last few days of just watering it in real good and letting it kind of sit and ferment and kind of break down the straw a little bit more. This is the yucky part. I don't know if you all can tell, but I didn't notice it until I started to edit this video. I have my pinky finger up on my right hand where I'm holding the phone. So I guess that it's still proper to pour poop water onto straw bales as long as you hold your pinky finger on your opposite hand out. That's kind of funny. I really did not realize I was doing that, but I guess just the simple fact that I'm doing something really yucky, even though I have my gloves on, it's still not a fun thought of what I'm doing. I guess if you didn't want to get your hands this dirty, of course there's the non-organic way. You could just buy some nitrogen fertilizer and you can put those granules on and water that in. Most of the time that's what people do for the 14 days. But see, I've used a lot of the water, so I'm going to fill that back up a little bit, and that way it can sit and soak in for tomorrow. Get a few of these big chunks that hadn't really dissolved, and I'll just put those back in my bucket. There we go. I will add more water to that. So, straw bale gardening. I can't wait to have some wonderful strawberries. And tomorrow we will get back to more beautiful flowers probably. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have even a small yard. You could try some straw bale garden and grow some fruits and vegetables of your own. Thanks for watching.